going on, guys? Hey, it's Anthony with the Untitled Experiment. Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for doing so. Make sure hit subscribe down below. And of course, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment if you have questions. Today, we're going to be diving into the new home office slash studio slash podcast room slash editing bay or whatever you may call it. That's what I'm calling it. It's just a conglomeration of different things, and it provides a lot of different services and spaces and everything for me. But we're finally going to be diving into it, so stay tuned.
Look into this and then
so it's been a long time coming. As you know, I had a different space in my house allocated for video editing, the YouTube editing, podcast editing, and everything of the sort. And if you're not familiar, I do the Untitled Experiment channel where I do some drone footage, some videography, some tech reviews, a vlog style commentary, and much more. But I also have a couple of other things going on, which is what this room serves the purpose for. One being a podcast I do with a good buddy of mine called Culture Jack, so make sure and check that out. I'll put a link to the description below, but it's called Culture Jack. It's available on all major platforms that provide podcasts, of course. And then I also have another YouTube channel, which is called the Untitled Garage, which predominantly I actually shoot in the garage or out on the road or outside, but I still edit and cut and do a lot of things here in this new space. And it's super important to me because over the last several years since starting on YouTube, I have had several challenges because as I bought more gear, as I tried to get more detail oriented and dive into different things, the space kept shrinking and my gear kept getting scattered everywhere. And that's one of the big things that this room addresses. It also allows me to have kind of a section space off in the house because I'm downstairs as opposed to upstairs where the main living area is and everything else. I also have easy access over to the garage as well, which is super cool for me. Enough talking about that. I'll put links to all of the other stuff that we've got going on down below if you're interested. Let's talk about the office. So we'll dive into the stuff behind me, but first let me flip the camera around and show you guys kind of the main setup. So this is a 6-foot butcher's block sitting on top of two cabinets. I got this configuration and built it pretty much myself. All of the materials were at Home Depot. A lot of reasons why. One, I love the butcher block tops. I like the colors of it. I like the sturdiness of it. I did put a poly coat on top to protect it. Two, availability. I live in Alaska, if you guys don't know that, and I was having issues getting any kind of drawer, any sturdy type drawers, and so I opted for the cabinet style drawers. Not the most cost-effective way, but they were available. I could not get those IKEA Alex drawers that everybody apparently has. And once we don't have an IKEA, shipping on them would have far exceeded what my budget was for this. Now, a couple of things about the desk before I talk about the electronics. Again, I put this together. I'm gonna try to show you guys the best I can. This is a 3M fully adjustable drawer, or well, it is a drawer of sort, but this allows, let me see if I can get a good angle of it. Sorry for moving the camera around so much, so I can angle it up, can angle it down. New keyboard, mouse, mechanical. It's the Gears of War Huntsman Razor editions. We'll go into that stuff in a later video. As you notice, I also have my JW USB and USB Type-C charging port down here. And below, might be too dark. I'll show you guys in the closet. I actually have an extra one. I did use a pretty cool setup as far as cable management. As you can see maybe from here, no cables on the ground. There's actually some stuff that sits, I mounted to the back of this down there that's holding it all up. I'll show you guys that. I actually have an extra piece in the closet. Now kind of standing back here, let me see if I can show you guys the best I can. This is the Corsair Vengeance custom PC I built, which has the i7 9700K CPU. It's got two GTX 1080s SLI, which hopefully at some point I'll be able to move over to the RTX 3080s is what the goal is, if I can ever find them. I did change some fan setups on there. That's what you're seeing the glow come from, because I needed to up the configuration after moving down here, taking it apart. I did find some issues, so that's updated. We'll go into details again on all this stuff in a later video. I just want to kind of give you guys an idea of the setup. Above it is my cyber power. Essentially, it's a battery pack. In the event that my system goes down, we do get a lot of power outages here, and there's nothing worse than to be in the middle of an edit, losing power, and then there goes your footage. Xbox, which I don't really play that much down here. On occasion, gotta adjust the tripod, sorry again. Up here, this is kind of my voiceover and my podcast setup. That is the Rodecaster Pro, and then I have the Rodecaster mic on a Rode arm, and then above I use two of the KRK Rocket 5 studio monitors, which in my opinion are probably some of the best monitors that you can get at it. They're expensive in comparison to if you were going to just go buy two computer speakers or what have you, but the quality is well worth the money, especially if you're doing video editing with audio. That's what I do, a podcast, something else I do. It's super important to be able to hear the non-enhanced version of the audio. So when you go to alter it, or in my case, when I go to make some changes, I'm hearing what's actually happening as opposed to an enhanced version that I won't hear on my cell phone, and neither will you. So that's what I've got going on there. Right here is the two LG 4K monitors I've had for a while. I do like it because the way I've got it set up, I've got a little bit of desk space here. I got my sunglasses and my RWB little truck. Probably won't focus. Oh, it's not going to. Cell phone, wireless cell phone charger. On this side, the system, these two monitors run off of my main down below, and then I run a Surface with the dock. So essentially I have them all plumbed into these two monitors, and then all I'll do is just switch the input on the monitor to switch over. Throughout the week, the bulk of my day I'm using the Surface because that's for work, but in the evenings or early in the mornings I'll jump on there if I have to do some updates for the YouTube channel or what have you. Beside that is this cool little, let me see if I can get you guys a little bit closer, is this cool little holder that holds both of them up independently, and I got that off of Amazon. I absolutely love it. I'm probably gonna buy another one so I can throw my iPad in there as well. But that's my MacBook Pro. I do have it plumbed for that. I just don't use it as much for this purpose. Normally it's late night schoolwork or a little bit of audio or video editing. Up top is a Samsung Q62 OLED TV. It's 43 inches. I did have a 50 upstairs. This, for my workflow, is a necessity. I'm not going to go into workflow today. I will in a later video. I absolutely love it. I like having this set up, and we'll go into that later. This is something that's kind of a pet project of mine because I'm going to try to start creating the ability to shoot video just straight out. And right now I've got a Hero 7 with the Rode NTG2, which is plumbed right over to this guy, so I get good audio. Video still needs some little bit of love, and I think that's due to the fact of the lighting or lack of lighting, which will be fixed with a Philips Hue play bar set once I get the rest of them. That's what is lighting these back areas here, is the Philips Hue play bars. However, let me get under the light. I'm still waiting for the play kit and the ability to control the lights. Amazon was sold out. It's on back order through Best Buy, so once it comes in, I'll be able to enhance the lighting even more, because unless I'm standing like where I am right here under the light, it can get awfully dark, as you can see over here. So what we have going on here, this is one of my favorite benches of all time. This is a 52-inch Husky roller bench. It has the 2 drawer pulls, and it also has a very similar butcher block top. So let me show you that. Up top's just some gear. I've got the USB Rode mic, DJI Ronin S. I'm going to be using this a lot more. A fan, because it does get hot down here. Charging for the drone. The Hero 8 is charging. I may, in a later date, hook up some charging ports over there and hopefully have a piece of furniture over there to be able to make that more of a central charging area, because this is height adjustable, and the ability to move this around, I've already done it a couple of times and I absolutely love it. Let's take a look in the drawers. Again, I've just now started to get in here. I'm going through some stuff so like you can see GoPros, lighting, some attachments and batteries. Down here, it's more of an audio drawer, and I started messing around with that. Up top, nothing too exciting. I got my Canon 80D, some lenses, EFS lenses, a couple of EF lenses, some cars, and then we've got, again, the little bit of stuff I was messing around with the Cricut up top for art. I do have some cool ideas that through time you'll see this change around quite a bit. Right now my wife got me this, but most of this is probably going to get put away for the foreseeable future. This is a autographed Anquin Bolden Cardinals football headphone holder. I'll put a link to this. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it very well. This thing's like 3D printed, but it was only, I think, like 10 bucks. And I like this better than the desk stand, because I feel like the desk stand, and I've had them, takes up too much space. It's out of the way. That's my gaming heads. Both are gaming headsets, but this is for the PC. This I use for the Xbox. Let's see, I think that's it for there. I did just get a new light, which we'll be using more often. Look at that thing. Let's see, let's talk about the closet and we'll wrap this up. I know this video's getting pretty long. This is still in the works, the whole office is, but I'm feeling pretty good about some of this. Let's see, it's probably too dark, but up top here, that is all gear that I had laying about. It was in the upstairs closet where the old office was, in the garage, and in storage to include a lot of this other stuff. And that has been awesome to be able to go through it and get rid of some junk I don't need, and then to start kind of organizing stuff so I can actually use some of the gear I already have. This is just, again, more stuff over here, some tripods. These are the bags I normally run off with. Those are some workout gear, but this is my drone bag by Polar Pro, and then the Mind Shift. This is my current camera bag. This was one of the items I was talking about, so I'll put a link to this also. So this channel is what's under that desk over there that holds. Essentially, you can mount this either which way you want. Easy to cut. I just used a pair of pliers to cut them, but it holds all of the cords and everything up, which is huge. Anyways, down below is just more camera stuff over there. This is kind of a project as a whole, and you guys will be able to see and participate to some degree on some of the changes that comes there. And I think that wraps it up, other than I've got my Einstein quote my wife got me, my grandmother and me as a child. That's pretty much it, guys. I am so stoked to be able to have this space and to be able to start kind of putting stuff together, and using some of the gear and starting to put out hopefully better quality videos here on the Rusted Experiment. Stuff that I've wanted to do that I feel like I fell short because it was such a struggle to get all the gear together, to figure it out. And this will hopefully alleviate that and allow me to focus on some of the projects I've wanted to. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll wrap it up there. This is the 2020 office tour here at the Wrench Out Experiment. I thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, check out the Culture Jack podcast, Wrench Out Garage. Links to some of the gear and some of the stuff I talked about today will be down below. Please, if you're interested, grab the link, jump over there, pick it up from Amazon, and we'll see you in the next video.